On today's World Wine Review, we go to the Crimean Peninsula to check out a sparkler. Hi, welcome to World Wine Review. Today we're going to be looking at a sparkling wine from the Ukraine, specifically the Crimean Peninsula. It is KrimSekt semi-sweet white sparkling wine. It sells for $19.95 at the LCBO. I'm going to give you some information from the web about the winery from which this wine comes from. It's crafted at the Artemisk winery in the Crimean Peninsula. It's reported to be the best wine region in the area, and over half its production is exported to over 20 countries, with Germany being the #1 market. It's one of the few double fermented wines from the region. Double fermentation is the method used by champagne houses. Many wineries claim to use this method, but few age the double ferment as long as KrimSekt does. It is over 3 years for whites and 16 months for reds. The wine itself is sweeter than less traditional brutes, or for people who want something different and more accessible. The taste is less tart and more fruity than brut, but with the same high quality pedigree. Most sweeter bubbles are just carbonated wine, while KrimSekt is double fermented in the champagne method. It is made from Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Aligoté, and Riesling grapes grown on the Crimean Peninsula. The grapes are grown 300 kilometers away from the actual winery. The grapes are trucked to the winery inland. There's good reason for this. The winery is located in a vast 25-hectare complex of deep underground caves and cellars, which was once a gypsum mine. Like the caves of Champagne, these deep caverns keep temperature and humidity perfect for producing and cellaring champagne method wines year-round. The winery is as impressive as any of the champagne houses. There are sculptures that are carved into the walls of giant caverns. The above-ground buildings resemble a estate. And deep inside the cellars, there is an enormous castle-like tasting room. Okay, let's get into looking at the wine itself now. Okay, let's take a pour. The wine is a clear, pale lemon gold. Since it's a sparkling wine, it does have bubbles. If you see the bubbles coming up from the middle, they're very tiny. That indicates it's a quality wine done in the method champenoise method. Let's take a whiff. It's clean, no impurities. It's light intensity with bits of banana, red apple, and a grapiness about it that is noticeable. It appears to be a youthful wine. And now let's take a taste and see what we got. We have medium dry sweetness, high acidity, no tannins, medium alcohol. I would say the body is medium minus, and it has characteristics of banana, red apple, green apple, and again some grapiness. I would also style it as delicate, and it has a medium plus finish. I say this is a good wine, and it is one that you can drink now, but if you want to put it aside, there may be some potential for it to age. All in all, a good experience. Alright, I'm going to give you my evaluation of this wine. But first I'm going to give you a little historical context. This wine has a degree of sweetness with 49 grams of sugar per liter. Although when you take a look at the historical context of the Russian palate, you'll find that champagne was consumed with a rate of over 6 times that, over 300 grams per liter of sugar, and that was the norm for the Russian palate. With that in mind, this particular wine is not really that sweet. In fact, it is very close in sugar to my favorite champagne, Moët & Chandon Imperial Nectar, which has 42 grams of sugar per liter. If you look at the KrimSekt straight up, you may find that it's not worth the $20. You can probably find better value for less money if you're just looking for a straight up sparkling wine. But this particular wine was made in the champagne method, the same as the Moët & Chandon Imperial Nectar. So it's in that context I'm going to evaluate this. And basically, it's a good wine. If you want a champagne style and you want some sweetness to it, and you don't want to pay the price because the Moët & Chandon Imperial Nectar is $75, this is only roughly $20. And believe me, the Moët & Chandon is not 3.5 times better than this wine. So I would recommend it. I would say if you're a sweet and hypersensitive taster, you're going to have a much easier time enjoying it. Although I'm not going to say that sensitive and tolerant tasters can't enjoy it too. Fact is, this cognitive sensitive taster likes this wine. So if you want to try a Crimean sparkling wine that's made in the champagne style, get it. This wine is too good for a Monday to Thursday score, so it's suspended this time. I'm going to score it with cognitive phenotype sensitive, weighted of 89. So that's it for this World Wine Review. We'll see you next time.